Hello, gorgeous, divine, beautiful, intuitive. It's Tiffany here, and welcome to the very first day of Be Your Own High Priestess. Did you know this was going on? I reckon you've probably just heard the call this morning. Let's talk about how this came into being and how to get the magic going on. Why have you been called to do this? But before we do that, and before we find out how to do it, a tiny little introduction. In case you don't know who I am, who is this crazy woman that has just appeared on your screen? Okay, I'm saying this because thank you to so many of you that have actually invited other people into the group. You've thought about who probably is hearing the call of the divine feminine and would like to connect with the call of the divine feminine. How many of you here get what I'm saying? Do you get this feeling of like, I know what Tiffany's talking about? Or are you like, I have no idea what Tiffany's talking about? What does she mean? The call of the divine feminine. So, quick introduction about who I am, what I do, in case you don't know, very quick. And then I'm going to explain, yes, about what I'm talking about the current call of the divine feminine, why Be Your Own Priestess has come about. This is the first time I've done this free 5-day activation and how to do it. Hi, Linda, have to see you here. Okay, so do say hi. Do let me know if you haven't registered with StreamYard, but you want me to know who you are, put your name in. Otherwise, you can keep it anonymous. Excuse me. This is live in my group and on my Facebook page, which means that it is not closed, it is public. So just be aware of that. Anything that you post in the group for your activation stays within the group. It's just the lives that aren't totally public, private. Okay, so here we go. Why did Be Your Own High Priestess come up? Oh, I haven't told you who I am. Very quickly. My name is Tiffany Crosara. I am an inner transformation specialist, courage catalyst, author, and multi-award-winning boho CEO of the Transformational Truth of Tarot, which is a book and a book and a game and a program, but the program is changing its name. More on that later. Okay, so my hair is sticking up because of these headphones, but that's the game behind me. Right. Okay, and what I do is I help intuitives like you tune back into yourself, because to be honest, you're probably using outtuition more than intuition. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a whole nother level that we'll be going into more next week. Okay, but just stay with me. For today, I'm going to talk to you about why Be Your Own High Priestess has come up and what the purpose of it is and how to do it. All right. So Be Your Own High Priestess has come about because of the Magician. Sounds crazy. The Magician is a card in the tarot, and I did a 5-day journey because this is what I do. This is part of how I help intuitives get back in tune with who they are. I do journeys through the tarot, which is a more transformational than predictive, right? It's about getting you in tune with you rather than outtuition. Prediction is like what's going on outside of you. Outtuition, lots of problems can happen from that. So what we want to do is get you back in tune with who you are. Yes? Sound good? So anyway, last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, just over a week ago, I did a journey called Be Your Own Magician. And the Magician is number 1. He's the major arcana, major box of secrets, number 1 card in the tarot. And then there's the minor box of secrets, and there's 4 numbers in that of 1. Okay, so it made sense that the 5 days was going to be the Magician, and then the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Those are the 4 ones in the Minor Arcana, which are on his table, his altar, in the picture of the card. So then I felt the High Priestess come along and say, Tiffany, it's my turn. And she's been doing this a lot, actually, since October. I don't know if you guys have been feeling her. Hello, Anne. Great to see you here. Let me know. Just chuck something in the comments if you feel like you've been feeling the call of the goddess. You might be there thinking like, I don't know what you're talking about. What does that feel like? But are you just feeling like there is some divine feminine presence calling you or making her presence felt? I've really been feeling that so powerfully since October, and every time I listen to her, my life goes up another octave. It's just blowing my mind. And so it seems like she is wanting me to be her mouthpiece to you guys now, to make her presence felt. Right, so she came along and said, Tiffany, I want a go. She's the next card, number 2, right? And I was like, okay, what do you want then? So I sat down and thought, right, we'll do the same. We'll do the High Priestess one day, and then we'll do the 2s, the 4 2s, the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. Oh no, she was not having that whatsoever. It was like, I wrote them down on paper and she just was like, she just like crumpled it up, threw it to one side. I was like, these are my cards. These are my cards. And actually I should have got them all out. Hey ho, you will see. So today we are journeying with the High Priestess for you to get connected to this divine feminine that I'm talking about. Then we are going to take that further with the Empress, which is number 3 in the Major Arcana. She only wants the Major Arcana, so number 3 tomorrow. And then we're going to go into Strength, I think she said. Strength, and then the Star, and then the World. So High Priestess, Strength, Star, the World. I'm missing one. There's a mystery one. Don't worry, I've got it written down somewhere, but hey ho, she's keeping you in suspense. So there's a mystery one. But the journey is going to be, let's see if I can remember it one more time. The High Priestess, the Empress, Strength, Star, the World. No, there's no mystery. Spoiler alert. Okay, so the purpose of this journey is to go down into the depths of the feminine and rise. Are you feeling this? I am so feeling this. Hey, Julia, good to see you. Someone's just had an enlightening moment about their moon and North Node in Cancer. Jackie, hello, Jackie. Yes, there's a definite shift to the feminine, says Linda. Anne says, yes, very conscious of the recent full moon. Absolutely, full moons even. And the next one, we actually finish on Monday, which is the full moon eclipse. So it's the beginning of eclipse season on Monday. All right, and that's when we finish this journey. And yeah, she's calling you. So let's do this. How do we do this? How do we do these journeys? You choose a High Priestess card that you resonate with the most. Let go of it needing to be a deck. Go onto the net, put in High Priestess Tarot, click images. I don't think you even need to put the word tarot in. Click the images and go through and find the one that you want to embody, that says it to you. So I'm working with 2 today, and you can work with 2. Any more than that gets a bit too much, but I'm working with the High Priestess in the Light Seers, just because so many people say that it looks like me. Apart from my gran, who says, Tiffany, you've got a fatter face. Thanks, Gran. She calls a spade, love her. And also the Illuminati High Priestess. Can't get it up on my screen. But basically, it's covered by apps here. But the reason why, I'm trying to get the screen that's clear, but the apps just keep coming up. The reason why I've got her on my phone is because this is what we want. We want you to have a visual representation of the High Priestess that you want to embody. Whether you are male or whether you are female, it does not matter. You choose the High Priestess that you want to embody. This is you connecting to the call of the divine feminine for you to come through. Okay. All right. And the reason that I say put it as a screensaver on your phone is that it's about being able to see it. So if you don't look at your phone, there's no point putting it on your phone. But you want that visual that you want to embody somewhere in front of you. Yes. Okay. So that you see that this is the divine feminine that you are working with for the day. This is the power of the archetype that is showing up tangibly in your life today. And how do we get it to show up tangibly? We don't get it to show up tangibly. It shows up tangibly, but we don't get it to. It does. And we see it by opening to that realization. And how do we open to that realization? You ask yourself 3 questions. When you see that visual representation, it acts as a reminder for you to ask yourself the questions, but you should be asking yourself these questions all the way through the day. Okay. They are: who is showing up that reminds me of this card today? What is happening today that reminds me of this card? And how am I being like this card? You don't need to know anything about the tarot. Let that go, okay? Yes, know that she resonates with Cancer and the number 2, so the astrological sign of Cancer and the number 2. You can look out for those connections, but really it's not about knowing anything about the tarot. It's about connecting with the picture. It's the picture that manifests. It's the picture that speaks to you. And that's why it's so important for you to let go of a deck and just put in it into the net and just be like, what one do I want to embody? I've chosen the High Priestess Illuminati one because her headpiece looks like big ears. I've got this thing about big ears going on. I've been having this drama with different headphone sets. This is my 4th. And, but also I'm listening. I'm really, really, really listening to the divine feminine because she's really making her presence felt. So that is how you activate the card. Okay. And I have been really pleasantly surprised to see that a lot of you have been sharing your High Priestess cards. And I have something to say about that. 1, it's really fantastic to see that you've chosen a card already and you've activated her already. 2, let's put it in a separate post. How about that? Because you've been posting it in threads, which is interesting because the High Priestess is kind of underground. And this is what we're talking about with the divine feminine. But the reason she wants us to do this journey is to rise, yes, from the underground and not being seen to being out there in the world. So please support her and support yourself to do this. This is what it's about. This is what her call and her cry is about. If you have posted your card in a thread, take it out of the thread. Well, you don't have to take it out of the thread. That's fine. I mean, if you know the story of the High Priestess, she's forever seated in the underworld. But post it as well. She lives in 2 worlds, not 1. Yes. So rise and post it separately in the group. And I want to know why you chose it. That's the most important thing. And don't say to me, because this is the only deck I have. This is about you listening to what the divine is calling you into becoming. Right? Got it? Wonderful. And then at the end of the day, you will post your summary of your questions, which is on the activation post, and share it. You will. The reason? Because this is the call of the divine feminine. It's not about being underground anymore. It's about rising and being visible and shining and letting the power of the magic come through, and that is how you do it. All right, so some little notices here is I need to post the link for your little book of knowing. For those of you that need a little bit more structure on how to do this, I have a free book for you called the Little Book of All Knowingness, and that can be like a handhold through this journey. You'll see the activation posts every morning, 6 a.m. UK time. They've been set up for you, so you just come in the group and read the activation, really, and that's enough. You know, don't feel like you have to show up on the live, but if you want my help, show up on the live, because I have 2 paid groups going at the moment. I have the Manifest a Miracle a Month Mastermind, which used to be the Transformational Truth of Tarot. I have Activate Your Authenticity, and I have come in to honor the divine feminine and start this for her and for you. And there isn't enough of me to go around. So if you want me, don't tag me in the group, come on the live, please, and ask for my help here. I will be showing up every day for you on this live. I am carving out this half an hour. I am aware that you guys may need more support than that, which is why you can download the Little Book of Knowingness. Okay, I will get the post in this link. I haven't put it. Actually, hang on a minute. I think I might have it. Yes, there you go. Just go here. All right, and you will, I'll leave that up for you there, and you can get your Little Book of Knowingness, which will hold your hand more. And I am bringing in more priestesses to help you. There is a lot of priestesses that are graduating from what was the Transformational Truth of Tarot, which is now Manifest a Miracle a Month Mastermind, right? They're getting to the place of graduation. They have walked this path with me since at least April, every single day, not like 5 days here, 5 days there, or anything like that. And they have done the work, and it's ongoing, but this is like, in Manifest a Miracle a Month Mastermind, it's as deep as it gets. And you can probably tell if you've done a few of these journeys with me that it's pretty deep as it goes. So they are here. They're showing up for you. I've made them moderators, and they are going to help you, okay? So they will be showing up and helping you with what you post, with what you share at the end of the day. And their names are Katie, Jackie and Leslie, and you will see that they will have moderator badges, okay, which means that they have my stamp of approval to do this. They have the authority to do this. Of course, you can share with each other. Absolutely, please do. The more you share and show up, the more connection you're going to see, the more magic you're going to see, the more, there could be like some really amazing people that you get to connect with really powerfully, really deeply. That's the power of the tarot. That's why a lot of people, particularly with Manifest a Miracle a Month, actually the mastermind version, actually rave about the quality of the group, because that's what the tarot does. There's nowhere to hide. But that might sound scary, but actually when you get over that, it's like, oh my God, this is the magic, the love and the connection that I've been waiting for. So if you're scared about posting tonight, do it anyway, all right? You are in very, very good hands. And then if I need to see it, if there's something that I need to see, Leslie, Katie or Jackie, or even Joe and Juliet, they're the other 2 moderators. Joe is like the line manager in Manifest a Miracle a Month Mastermind. So she's like my line manager there, deputy head, I guess you would call it. And then Juliet is just my rock. She is amazing. She's the one that set the posts up, not that anyone else isn't. But you know, she's my personal assistant. It's like she's everywhere in all these multi-universes that I am too. If you have a tech issue, that's when it's best to tag Juliet. Or if you want to know where a card image is from that is on the daily activation post, tag Juliet. I probably won't know, and it's just best for you to tag her because she did the post. Okay. All right, let me come back to your comments. Let's see. Okay, all right. So Richard's saying, welcome, mods. It's fab to see you here, Richard. I love that you're so up for this. And may you stand for other men. Maybe there's some other men, you know, that actually want to kind of connect with the divine feminine. I'm sure if you put it that way, there'd be floods. They're very welcome in the group. And the invite is going out to everyone. Like, if you know someone that is like, oh God, actually what Tiffany is talking about here is definitely on that path, or it's resonating, invite them in the group. Okay, this is all brilliant, fantastic stuff. Okay. All right, that's it. I think I have said everything I need to say. So off you go. Have a fantastic High Priestess Divine Feminine day. Lots of love. Go find your image if you haven't. And first task is to, if you've put your image in a thread, post her on a separate post and explain why. Why did you choose her? How does that feel like you are embodying her? Like I said, the Illuminati one for me is the big ears. There's something going on about big ears. Okay, if you never watch another live in this activation, that's okay. Yes, if it's like the more you put into these things, the more you get out of it. So if you're like in this and you're like, yes, I really want to immerse myself in that divine connection, then the more you show up, the more you share, the more you do the lives, the more mind-blowing it's going to be. But if you're in that place of like, life is just too fast and it's really overwhelming, come into this with play, not overwhelm. It's just a hop, skip and a jump, and you will get what you need to get. All right, that's totally fine. This live has explained to you the same process that you will need every day. It's the same. We just changed the card, the Empress tomorrow. So the main thing that is important for you to do as the baseline is to read the activation that goes up at 6 a.m. in the morning and follow the instructions on there. If you want my help, this is the place to come and get it. Okay. And if you want to go deeper, this is the place to come and get it. Lots of love to you. Have an amazing day. And bye for now.